So I'm assuming most people would have probably already known about this news about the European Super League. For those who do not know, I know this is probably like really out of the blue, but I feel like I did have to talk about this to get my like personal reactions to this. So basically, it was a couple of hours ago. Apparently, this is happening. So the teams that are going into this Super League is from England: Manchester United, Liverpool, Manchester City, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Tottenham. From Spain: Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid. And from Italy: Juventus, Inter Milan, and AC Milan. But there is talks about there are being three more teams, and apparently the rumor is Bayern Munich, RB Leipzig, and PSG. And it's meant to kick off August of this year. So, I do feel it's like, as a Manchester United fan, it's and apparently it's like we have to leave the European things, means we can never play Champions League football ever again if this does happen. Well, I mean, if it does, it's an if, but it's when, really, at this point. And I just saw a thing from one of my mates, closest mates, who put this up, sent this to me, who is a Liverpool fan. It was a post from an official Liverpool fan saying, Liverpool have officially left the European Club Association and can never play in the UEFA competition again. 6 European Cups and 129 years of history for nothing. Some of the most memorable nights mean nothing. This doesn't feel real. And I know United are probably definitely bankrolling this, because I'm fairly certain one of the Glazers, who are the owning body of Manchester United, I think it's John Glazer, is one of the vice presidents for this European Super League. It doesn't seem real. It honestly does not seem real at all. So there has been talks basically saying that FIFA are banning any player who plays in this tournament from international football. There's been rumors about how if it's true, if we ever try to go back to the Champions League, we'll have to start in the National League. It's honestly fucked. It's like, you gotta think about this. Like, and this thing, I hate Liverpool. As a United fan, I kind of have to, but hate's a strong word. It's like, how does it feel now for Liverpool fans, where the night in Istanbul, 3-0 down against AC Milan, they come back, go to penalties, and win the Champions League? Or even 2 years ago when they won the Champions League. And it's like, the clubs like United and Liverpool, the history is embedded in these European competitions. Like the treble in 1999, where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer scores the winning goal against Bayern Munich at the Nou Camp to beat Bayern. And then in Moscow in 2008, where I stayed up the entire night to watch Edwin van der Sar save Nicolas Anelka's penalty to win the Champions League 50 years on from the Munich air disaster. It just doesn't seem right. This is genuinely like the biggest threat to football. And the thing is that, like, in terms of rugby league, like, there was something like this. There was a Super League when it came to rugby league, where half of the clubs from the Winfield Cup split off. And it was the one year, 1997, where it happened, where you were either watching the ARL or the Super League. And it was the most fractured and divided rugby league had ever been. Granted, with Brisbane going to the Super League, it did really end up with Newcastle winning their first premiership. But for institution as football, it is the biggest sport in the world, and what they are doing, and the Champions League is arguably the biggest club competition in the world. Like, the only other thing that really rivals it is probably the World Cup and the Olympics. It is, the final is watched by billions of people with a B. For people to try to understand it, this would be like, how do I try to explain this? This is like if the New England Patriots, both New York teams, the 49ers, the Chiefs, and Tampa Bay, just go, fuck this, we're breaking off and forming our own comp. Like, these competitions happen all the time, of these new things springing up, like the XFL, the AAF, all these to rival the things, and they never work. But this, with the amount of money this has, this just clearly shows, because both Liverpool and Manchester United, and I'm using those two because they're the ones I'm closely linked to, they have American owners who clearly do not give a shit about football in terms of a fan perspective. I went on to Man United's Facebook page, and they put up a post about Mason Greenwood getting a man of the match in the latest game against Burnley. And every single comment are all these people just saying how I've never felt so disgusted with the club, or I've been a fan since such and such, but I'm thinking about not even supporting him anymore. It's honestly just a spit in the face of football. And they're going about the football without fans is nothing. This is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. But the fact that I've mates who are Man United fans, and in the group chats about this and thing happening, they're genuinely talking about changing teams because they don't want to support Man United. It's just, and the fact that this is happening August of this year, in 4 months. 4 months this is happening. It's going to be a very dark period. We have to unite, but the thing is, though, it's a question of what really can we do. But and because of this, and I never thought I was going to do this, I have to. This may just seem like a bit of a shit thing, but I'm going to have to do this. I have had this banner sitting here for 5 years of my life, of my loyalty for this club that I support. And this right here, 2013 season, the last time Man United won the Champions League, that won the Premier League. But because of situations, I have to do this. I'm making sure that unless things change and stuff like that, that banner ain't going up anymore. So it is a bit unfortunate. So obviously I'm boycotting the league. This is probably the only time I'm ever going to talk about it, unless they do announce that it's not happening. But yeah, this is the world we live in now when it comes to football.